Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Right, we're good to go in just a moment here. Just getting set up. Make sure everything is shared and ready to go. There goes. I suppose I might as well start recording the stream here, otherwise I'm going to bloody forget about that. How are we doing here? We got Dutchy. How you doing there, Dutchy AT battling Giza? Sup there, Major? How you doing there, Carl? Good to have you as per usual. Good to have you guys. Okay, indeed, Tenno Heika Banzai. Right then, let's get going here. So take that off and bring the game up. There we go. You're melted. Yeah, see, I've heard about that. I've heard that there's going to be, well, there is some sort of a heat wave in Europe at the moment. I mean, over here in the UK, it's alright. It's just raining a lot. There's a lot of storms at the moment. So it's like, it's okay, I guess. I'd rather this than it be, like, absolutely donkulously hot. But yeah, I'm doing good, my dude. See, this is the thing, I click organized desktop and then it, like... I need to do something. I need, like, to have some sort of, like, strong box to basically keep my desktop in order. Ooh, yeah, flavor. Cookies and cream would be quite nice. Oof. I do not envy you there, Cola. Okay, then. So we'll go over what we normally do here, then, and that is what do we expect from the turn. So, from what we know for sure, we know that Rabaul is going to fall this turn. I'm surprised it didn't fall last turn, but obviously it will fall this turn. Interestingly enough, we actually did not have possession of the base of Lafoa. I'm hoping that I will be able to take Lafoa this turn, because obviously that was preventing our forces advancing. Ideally, we don't see any USN submarine scoring hits there on the landing forces. If they do, the losses aren't going to be too spectacular, ideally. The armpit of American South Carolina. That sounds alright. Oh dear. Now, in Malaya we are obviously marching in China. We're making some nice progress in China, actually. China's going fairly well. We're looking to actually reform the 48th Division on Pescadores. I'm looking to actually take one of the air flotillas from Takao, take that south. We might have our engineers arrive, well, sorry, our transports for the engineers arrive in Fusan in Korea this turn as well. They'll begin to make their way to the Kurils. I'm gonna go with the Kurils. I'm sending additional destroyers to Toyohara. Is it Toyohara? Towards the Sakhalin area anyhow. Okay then. Quick rundown, let's go ahead and take a look here at the actual turn name. Aww. See, this is what I'm talking about, like, THC sometimes, like, the guy's busy. I should have had the turn earlier on, like, but he forgot to send it this morning, and then he went to bed, so I can't blame him. Yeah, Aerial ASW indeed. 10 out of 10 for pronunciation. That's how it goes, isn't it? Okay, let's see what happens here. Really quite excited, really quite nervous. Let's see, let's see. Right. The industry is sorting itself out as well, which is quite nice. And we're readying ourselves for running bombardment at Wenchao in the near future, actually. Okay, so we do occupy that base, that's fine. And we'll begin the march on later, then. A little bit nervous. Yeah, they never really do. Okay, I think I just saw some reaction there. Amphibious unloading Lafoa. Is it Lafoa or Lafo? See, I'd love to know. Right, here we go. Yeah, sweeping mines at Comac. That's good. Maybe a couple days. I'm not entirely sure how many mines he might put down in that area. Ideally, not too many. Oh, hello. Torpedo misses. Okay. There we go. That's what I like to see. Severe flooding. Okay, very nice. Very nice. I don't... Ooh, yep. That's another one. Now, Moonlight is currently only at 3%, so that's quite nice. That's very well done by them. Okay, so 3 torpedoes into the Clan McNeil. That's a very interesting name. Are you recording the combat replay? Yes, I am, actually. Last time I forgot to record the actual replay, but this time I am recording it. Yeah, we are going to go with a 4 battleship bombardment of Wenchao to actually speed up the process there. I'm going to be taking them from the baby Kitaputai, and we'll have them bombard there and escort. It's to speed up things in that area so I can actually relieve those divisions. I was initially hesitant to go for it, but I think it's one of those things where I could get away with it. Rearm them in Nagasaki, and then have them move down at the Pacific again. Okay, so nice, she's going to go down. Yep, she does indeed. We do see some ships. Okay! Right, so the Pollock over here. Yeah, this would be our convoy. That was damaged near Luganville. So, the Pollock misses there. They're not too far out now. Right, cuttlefish over here. Okay, we can't find it there. Use air power to degrade the units and wind charm. Okay, I'll take that into advisement, actually. And there's a decent amount of heavy industries in there. We'll take a look at that, actually. Ooh, hit but no explosion there. That was lucky, okay. Ooh, thank God for that. See, he's not going to be too happy about that, but I certainly am. Thank God that his torpedoes are just basically... Yeah, I mean, that dud rate is essentially... Right, the Kashai... Okay, so she does finally go down there. That is a shame. So that is a loss of quite a few... Ooh, there we go. Hit but no explosion again. Fantastic. Okay, he's not going to be too happy here. Yeah, I can imagine. I tell you what, I don't like it when we're being hounded by American submarines. But we've got to get these men offloaded. The sooner I can offload these men, the sooner I can get these ships out of here. Okay, so we do lose one of our guns. See, the issue is due to the fact that we have all these men in the area, we have to protect them to a degree, don't we? We can't exactly just leave them. So once these men are ashore, and obviously they can begin the march on Noumea, then things become significantly easier, and I regain a lot of flexibility that I didn't have before, as we're obviously protecting these troops. And so I'm looking forward to regaining that flexibility. Yeah, the Mark 14 is better than any amount of escorts. Yes, it just doesn't hit. See, what worries me is that the submarines will actually rise and use their deck guns. That's when things are, like, dangerous, because they can actually hit you. And I could throw a lot more in the way of air power against Wenchao. Right, she's gonna have another go over here. Oh no, she's been picked up by the Asaguma. She's failed to find the sub. Escort abandons the search for submarine. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay, yep. She's gonna be so angry. Right, the Ishigaki. There we go. Rattling the submarine here at the moment. Yeah, so the patrol boats have arrived. That's good news then. Just a solid hit, been lovely. But no, but that's fine. So we actually do have our patrol boats on station now. Right, the Sori over here. She's been picked up by the Kankombaru. About 70% of the value of Japanese SW escorts is in keeping allied subs from being... Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, actually. That's really, Ooh. Okay, that was lucky. Right, pressure. He's not going to be happy this turn. We've had a lot of luck here. I do need to send additional patrol boats up to that northern area. He's definitely targeting that area now. Permit. Misses. She's bottoming out over here then. Yeah, once... I can't wait to actually offload because then I can get the hell out of here. I don't want to be in this area any longer than I need to be. We've been very lucky so far, been extraordinarily lucky. So, there, HNDC, welcome, my dude. Good to have you. Okay, the H6K4s are spotting some targets out that way. Well, ships anyway. I think what's in truck is probably... Sorry, not in truck. I think what's on Fiji is probably low on fuel anyhow. Now, I was initially considering having the Kitaputai actually going out that way to hit Suva, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have the Kitaputai turn around and head to Australia. Head to Brisbane... Sorry, no, head to Sydney and then up to Brisbane. Basically, I want to clear the way for an invasion of Port Moresby. I do not want to have any complications in that area. And I need to take a look at that, because I keep forgetting about that, that small trio of planes. But they're doing some work. Can't argue with that one. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so this would be a small raid from the Mini Kitaputai. Speed up the results here. Nice amount of accuracy here. Yep, I can't imagine she'll do too well after that. So we shoot down a P-35A, and we hit the Quail here twice. She hasn't gone down, but I can't imagine she's going to be doing too well. Okay. Something just sank there, maybe the Quail? Right, there we go, the B-5N2 Kates are attacking the submarines over here. PT-32 reported hit. Yeah, plenty of submarines around truck at the moment. I should have... I think it's either the Mutsu or Nagato who should arrive in truck this turn. Yeah, there we go, we shoot down the Catalina. Yeah, so it looks as if his PPY spotted the Kitaputai, but it was shot down, so that's good. Imizu Maru snooped by Allied aircraft. 8181 near Naga. Okay, misses over there, that's fine. Okay, so we had a very, very lucky turn there. I mean, something just went down. I do not know what it was, but... Oh, right, okay, the Montevideo Maru then. Yeah, she's gone down there. That's a shame. Pollack... Ooh. Okay, so the Daifuku does take hit over here, so I don't think she's going to survive this. Okay, she is right by truck here. Never mind. She goes down. Okay, so at least he's got something to celebrate there. Ooh, that is quite heavy there. 112 casualties reported there. That is a lot of troops lost during the unloading process, my lord. Then again, we are unloading into an area that doesn't have a port. Okay. It is what it is. Bombardment once again. It's the 100th Chinese Corps. That's the one I've got to break. See, all the while he's continuing to fortify the area. And I understand the argument there for the heavy industry. I don't know. I'm leaning more so towards the bombardment. I think we could make up the industry that we might lose by taking industry over this way. Alright, here we go. The second attack at Rabaul. Yeah, these forces should be annihilated. I'm very happy to have the Independent Engineer Regiment there, actually. Oh, we don't take it. Okay. Right, well that's irritating. That is actually really, really irritating. Okay, so deliberate attack it is. I'm really quite surprised at the issues that we'd had over here at Rabaul. I suppose there's more men than we, It's not an issue, we will take it, it's just irritating I haven't taken it as I expected. Launcher a deliberate attack over here to Cagayan. Cagayan? God damn it, can't pronounce that name. Yeah, okay. Yeah, forts are definitely quite dangerous, aren't they? And it's no major issue, we'll obviously just switch into a deliberate attack, it will fall. Yeah, heavy casualties there. Okay. Very heavy casualties. It's not so bad. Yeah, I think we are going to have to send the 4th Division to Mindanao. Okay, LaFour has finally been taken, surprising, but it wasn't already in our hands, really. But at least we can now move on. Okay, so, I mean, we lose a few men there. Good, Shanghai is expanded. It's not too bad. I mean, of all the resources that we have as Japan, men is actually the one that we do have in decent abundance. At least, actually, well, as far as it goes with fighting men. So it's not too bad. Obviously, not a stellar result there, but not too bad. I mean, he'll celebrate those losses. He'll be, I'd imagine he'll be thinking, oh, well, this is VP, but the thing is, it's like, that's not bad. The men that we lose in Mindanao, for example, will be made up for by the men that we take out in China, although we take out elsewhere. I'm a little bit disappointed, I'm not going to lie, that Rabaul, yeah, that Rabaul didn't fall. I completely expected Rabaul to fall there. Okay. Yeah, this is why I was expecting light resistance on Mindanao, but then again it looks as if he's pulled his forces into Mindanao, it seems. It's not too bad. Let's take a look at the actual state of the men over here. There's still some fighting power here, so if he does actually attack them, they will repulse the allied attack. But that's fine, we'll have to just obviously rest then. Yeah, the combat report for Rabaul is some 400 men. Right, okay, yeah, this is what I find rather shocking. Say that there's only so many troops over here. It must be due to the fortifications, yep. Fort level 2. Terrain, yeah, so terrain's working for them. Fort preparation experience. Shock did work in our favour, so it looks like fatigue. Only, to be honest, it looks a lot worse than it really is. There's only 2 squads destroyed here, 1 squad here, 1 vehicle lost here. In reality, that's light losses. I mean, yes, these are disabled, but they will come back with rest. It allows the allied forces here, 12 squads destroyed, 4 destroyed, 1 destroyed here. So that's fine. We will take the base. Okay. I'm running aerial ASW, but the thing is, well, we were. It doesn't make that much of a difference at the moment due to the pilot's experience. More so, he'll have a large amount of submarines over here. Yeah, it will fall. I mean, let's take a look at the actual division over here. Okay, yeah, fatigue and disruptions are not even that high. We'll set them here to deliberate attack then. I mean, there's just too much assault value here for them to fail. Yeah. You take a look at that. The actual losses here don't look anywhere near as bad as it seemed. A few of our engineers over here. That shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. We'll be running that soon, Carl. The only reason why we're not running it at the moment is because I had them on training. Then I took them off for training. It depends, really. I had them on training for quite a while, actually. Okay. So we have the Mutsu over here. He's not aware of the Mutsu. Okay. Let's see here then. What do I have aboard? I might take these men elsewhere then for the time being. So I do have the 24th Infantry Regiment aboard here. I also do have a engineer unit and another engineer unit over here then. And potentially we might head over here to Buen. Do I have supplies aboard? I do have a couple 100 tons of supplies. Not much. Okay. Let's just take a look then. So... Now, there's one hex here which appears to be mountainous. And now I do believe it was you, the Major, who did actually recommend landing at Buna and then march onto Port Moresby, which does make sense, actually. It'll take a while. I mean, obviously, landing directly at Port Moresby would be the fastest plan. What I'm going to do here, then, is just stop the recording so I can begin to upload that. So, 2 seconds here, guys. Right, there we go. I'll just go about uploading this here. Okay. So, I'd say it's an okay turn. To be honest, it's a good turn. There's really not much of an issue there. It's one of these where it looks bad because we took a few losses, but at the end of the day, those losses will be replaced. It's not too much of an issue. Okay, there we go. Uploading there, that's good. Bring this back up, there we go. We're not going to get kicked out of Mindanao. We still have 93 assault value. It's one of those where assault value is rather intriguing. It's like, it's not enough to actually take the base at the moment, but he doesn't have enough assault value to actually throw them out either, especially with the defensive terrain. Yeah, that rough terrain works both ways. Landing at Buna, marching overland is the best practice in my opinion, as Moresby is too exposed to surface raiders from New Zealand, yeah, Australia. And once you take Moresby, you can walk back to Buna and reload, yeah, indeed. Okay. So we are seeing some ships around here, actually. Interesting. Supposedly a troop transport here, as far as my intelligence is concerned. So we did place down some mines here, so they have made it through them. Okay. Are we hitting New Zealand? Maybe. We'll have to decide on that one. It's just one of these things of... well, I don't know. Maybe. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look over here to look forward first. So now that we actually do have the base under our control, that does make things significantly easier. Shockingly so. Shockingly so. 5,000 tons of supply here. That's plenty of supply. It should be enough to take the island, actually. Now, we are still clearing the mines over here from Comac. That's taken some time. Right. All of our forces have merged to get... yeah, they're actually in this area now. That's a shite load of supply, actually. Right, what I'm going to do here then is merge everything into a single force, if it can be merged into a single force. Besides edge patrol boats. Okay. At least with these guys on station, it should make the enemy submarines a little bit more nervous about rising up. Back on the street. Or as they took their time. Took their chances. Where's our great commander? Which one are we talking about? I don't think we have a ace as of yet. There's not been that much. Why is that like that? There should have been a great excess. Okay, something has to go back into Manchuria immediately. Has a unit been withdrawn, perhaps? Can't have been. That's interesting. We went from having a couple hundred over the AV there. I remember moving some engineers, but definitely not that much. That's fine, we'll have something sent back. Right, what I'm going to do here then is go for our ground forces. Yeah, they're not active yet, so we still have time. It's only a chance that they activate, but obviously I do not want them to activate. I think if they did activate, I'd have to say to him, look, yeah, don't use them. Right, we do have some forces over here at Changchao. Okay, I'm gonna move the Independent Mixed Brigade over here. Right, you'll move out immediately. We'll have them move up to Jahol. Jahol. That's interesting though, I can't remember taking that much out. Okay, that's fine. They're not active, so that's fine. We can. It's only 60 assault value here. Shouldn't have been. I don't know what's happened there. So last time we checked, we were what 300 over. So I don't know what's happened there. Right, we've got a unit on the way back, so that's fine. I'll see if there's anybody closer by just to make sure we can get them there immediately. Ah, that'll be why then. We did move some infantry division regiments out, didn't we? Okay, we'll have them immediately turn round. Head to Mukden. Yeah, you're right there, Major. I'm aware of that one. I think we went a little bit over there. That's why I was a little bit confused there. Must not just on the math. That's fine. We'll have that sorted out soon enough. Thankfully they didn't activate this turn, otherwise that would have been rather intriguing, actually. Okay. So that situation has been sorted out. Right, so we are seeing aircraft base over here. I'm going to assume that's the PBYs. Yeah, he spotted the Kidabutai, which is fine. Okay. So, with the Kidabutai in this position over here, it is going to leave a little bit... it's going to be in a position of ambiguity here at the moment. He may expect them to head towards Fiji, which would make sense considering the fact that, well, we are on the other side of New Caledonia. It would make sense. So we have a few potential options here. We could potentially head down here to Auckland, and and then Sydney, and then Brisbane, and then up there. Oh, we actually do have our first ace over here. Kamihira. Ah, superb. I'll tell you what, I remember saying a while ago, like, a bet for the first ace. So if you betted on Kamihira, then well done. As well as of the Tainan KUS. Fantastic there. 5 kills. Yep, our first ace is Kamihira. And here he is. There we go. Good job there. 28 missions flown. Very nice. Must have been the P-35 that we shot down there. Actually, no, this is over Johor Bahru, so I wonder if we actually did shoot something down during phase there. Yeah, the Cagayan Bahru goes down at sea. Do lose a pilot from the Pete over here, actually. That's unfortunate. What I call is in the auxiliary repair dock. Okay. Okay, so he's obviously still patrolling over. Clark is patrolling over Savai. Pilot killed and landed in an accident from the Yamada detachment. Propoise reported hit. Okay, 2 H6K4s grounded at Luganville due to maintenance. Crashes on landing. Convert into E13A1s. Okay. Yeah, that'd be fine then. Actually, no, I do have another patrol boat. Yep, there we go. So we have 2 groups of 4 patrol boats over here then, which is fine. So they're going to patrol this area here then, so we'll clear the destination, set the patrol zone over here then. Yeah, set it there. Linger here. How much do we have to yet unload then? Okay, so as far as it goes, it's only supply aboard here now. Quite a fair amount of power over here. We'll be at Luganville now in terms of planes. We do still have plenty of planes. So at Luganville we have 30k 43 1Cs, 3 in reserve over here. We have 3 E1, 3 A1 Jakes. We have 16 H6K4 Mavises, 7 in the not-ready state, obviously in maintenance. We have 7 in total of the H6K2Ls. Obviously, 1 is out for maintenance and 6 are in service. And we'll take a look at our aircraft over here then. So we'll have 2 more tomorrow, so that's good. Obviously replace those losses. Just need to give them some more rest, really. Fatigue is building, so what I'm going to do here then is actually increase the amount of the squadron on rest. And we do have a fair amount of numbers there, so that's not too bad. Okay. Right, the Oilers are heading north then. We do have another Oiler over this way. Do not refuel. Yeah, that's escorted by the canoe. Or canoe. Canoe? By the canoe. It's an okay strategy there, Carl. I'm not going to disagree with it. It's just one of those things of, is not much need. I do believe that the ships that are over here are more than likely going to stay here. And I did consider heading over this way to actually hit the combat ships that were over here, but I don't think it's really worth it. We can deal with them later. Let's take a look at the fuel status of the Kitabutai. I swear some things I don't remember doing and I'm thinking, why am I doing that? But then again, I think this is what happens when you like get a couple hours into it. And when you actually approach it with fresh mind. Okay. He'll know that we'll be heading somewhere. What concerns me is the fact that we still do not know where the American carriers are. Let's just take a look. Okay. So activity over there at Xi'an. So there's obviously in China. Yep, over here. And there's not enough supply over here at Luoyang, but that's fine. Obviously, a lot of these troops are moving out here shortly. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is it. It was, I think it was over a week ago now, actually. So a lot of things that I was doing, I'm like, that doesn't make much sense now. But things are mostly okay. I suppose I was hoping for better down there at Mindanao. A little bit surprised, but it's not too bad. We'll just defend and bide our time. We do have the 4th Division over here now. I think what I could do then is potentially have them land over here at Mindanao. It's not, well, then again, it's one of those, isn't it? It's not exactly essential. I could move the 2nd SLF over there. And I believe there were some troops over this way. If I head into Zamboanga, potentially, it just makes it easier on me. Yeah, me too there, Carl, but this is it. Began the game with significantly... I don't know, this is it. It's like I didn't know that was going to happen. But I'm not going to moan. Take the mistakes and work with them and see what we can pull off. It's never going to be the best campaign ever. But at least it's going to be one where it's organic, I suppose. Dynamic might be the better way. I can't be asked keeping notes. It would be good, but it's just I've got too much on. I'm not too bad at remembering things for the most part. Okay, what I'm going to do here is actually have these men march. There are roads available, so that's not too bad. So we'll have them march up to join the forces Cagayan. It'll take a little while, but not too long anyhow. I'll set them to plan over here, actually. These forces over here, where are they planning for? Right, so they're at targets, so they're already planning for Cagayan, so that's fine. Okay. Some nice targets out this way, moving west. See, I think what we could potentially do here, I was actually thinking about this one. I think we'll take some of these long-range submarines that are returning from the US coastline. I could potentially have some of them actually, I suppose, just haunt around here at Perth, because this is where the fuel is going to be heading to Perth over here. Which obviously does make a lot of sense. Obviously goes down this rail line, goes down the rail line, and all the way down here to the industrial heartland. So that's to be expected. So I'll probably look. I mean, I might have some. I'd probably have them in this area here. I don't think there's any point patrolling the areas in between. To a degree, there might be. It depends, really. We have to take a look at how things work out over there. I'd rather control the source, if you get me. Like, I'd rather control this area here, but of course he can actually take fuel from over here as well. There's a decent size. Actually, there's no port there. Is there no port? That's just an airfield, okay. He does have a port over here, so obviously, yeah, that's just an airfield as well. Okay, so potentially we might patrol around this area. That could be done. He's definitely using this port over here, though, as we can see from these ships are moving east. Interesting that they're moving without escort. I do wonder what he's doing there. He might be just trying to get them out while he has a chance, perhaps. Okay, let's take a look at the state of the 4th Division. Yep, they're loaded up over here, then. Are they fully loaded? Is there any elements? Okay, there's still some portion of the 4th here. Yeah. Okay, you're still loading troops, that's fine. What I may do then is land... I could potentially just use them just to take control of the area very quickly. So I could potentially take control of Cebu. Yep, okay, so you're currently second Formosan. So they're going to start unloading over here at Pescador as they'll be able to actually put the division back together. So I guess what we can do then is actually use the detachments of the 4th over here then. It'll make things go by pretty quickly. Right, how long do our men arrive at Bataan? Let's take a look. We're marching there. About 2-3 days, something like that. Maybe 4 at most. Okay, we are closing in over here. 40,000 men now. $60 fighters over here. 18 bombers over here and 20 auxiliary. Okay. Rightio. Now, Kwantan, what do I have? So you're unloading over here, then that's good. Okay. So that will be our engineers over here to begin repairing the base. There's a couple engineers, so that's fantastic then. So we can begin to repair the base at Quantana pretty quickly. That's good news. Couple tons of supply would make a big difference. So yeah, we'll be able to repair Quantana, be able to move the actual bombers down here, which should be quite nice. So 13, that's not too bad, then nearly just shy of 1,400 units of fuel there. 437 tons of supply, that's not too bad. Okay. I do think he still has a squadron of fighters over here at Balapapan. I do keep playing with the idea about Singapore. It's one of these things of, is it worth it to hit the airfield? The thing is, if I hit the airfield, I'm going to have to repair that airfield. Of course, it does hit his aircraft, but the thing is, I'm going to lose bombers. I'll more than likely lose fighters. I think I'd rather fight his aircraft. Whoops, tripping up over my words there. I think I'd rather fight them elsewhere. At the end of the day, I'm going to have to repair that airfield, and it's going to be very difficult to knock it out as we've found. We'll see. Okay, this unity of the 141st, still marching, that's fine. Okay, march on Johor. You close it in now. These men are marching on Johor now, so that's good news. Good deal of planning. Okay, these men... yep, okay, so we'll be at Johor then soon. So we're about 4 to 6 miles away here. We've already moved about, what is it, 18 miles here? So 18 miles has been crossed, okay. Jungle, okay. I think this is jungle. I'm pretty sure it's jungle. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Not too bad. We will arrive when there is... I'm going to assume that they'll probably get out of here before we reach it. Which, okay, fair enough. Not quite the coup I was hoping for, but then again, I didn't actually anticipate being bloody slowed down by just about... Well, just a couple of men. So that was a shame. But we've been able to accelerate our progress here, so that's fine. What do you guys think so far, then? I think it's still been positive turns. We lost more men there than we would have preferred in the last time, but that's fine. I think the fight in at Singapore is going to be quite brutal, so we'll have to definitely take our time with that. We'll see how many engineers. I might look towards bringing additional engineers, because that is going to be what is going to be required to take Singapore. The good news is our men don't break. The Japanese fighters don't break, for the most part. If they are about to break, they're going to Banzai, so it's one or the other, really. He hasn't run any offensive or defensive air operations against your troops recently, so bombing the airfields of ways of playing, yeah, I can agree with that. I think actually hitting Singkawang over here would be potentially worth it, but even then I don't think so. I think it's one of those things of, like, I'd rather try to attempt to take... Yeah, try to take the base. If I take the base, then at least there's that chance I can actually take out his air squadron on the ground. It's very unlikely. It would require a lot of surprise. Okay, we're moving up over there to Beaufort. Well, Jesselton, actually, sorry. I'll keep that plan up, because I could have that plan moved elsewhere. Okay, so another day for the men to be loaded up over here, then. That's not going to be long, so we'll then have those men move down here. Now, as to whether... I mean, that's a fair-sized garrison of Cebu. What is our... Right, okay, so it's not bad on detection either there. Okay. It is jungle terrain. In fairness, I'm going to ignore Cebu for the time being. What I'll do then is actually just bomb it just to destroy the troops there. I don't imagine he's going to have much in the way of supplies, so they will drop like flies under a decent bombing campaign. Looks like he's just running, yeah, he's just running reconnaissance from the area. I do find it interesting that he has so many patrol boats out here. I really do find that very interesting. Have they potentially run out of fuel? I mean, I can't really imagine why he'd have them here. Unless he's trying to just basically cut off any movement between here, but I'm not interested in that anyway. Makes the mind wonder, really, sometimes. I do have these 2 destroyed transports actually moving down here, actually. I could potentially have them run over to Babal Dwarb. Okay, cancel this move for the time being. I do still have 2,000 infantry here, 3,230 support troops, 52 guns. It's enough, they will recover. Yeah, a lot of bad fatigue and a lot of displacement. They will recover. The Sasibao 3rd SLF has taken a lot of damage. They performed rather poorly in this campaign. It's fine. I'm contemplating actually moving aircraft up over here to Naga, but then again the base is rather small. Well, that one's even smaller. I could potentially fly from Manila, but then again Clark's here anyway. Let's see. Ranger 12. Yeah, I'm just outside the range of Cagayan. Okay. Huh. I tell you what, I completely, that's a lot of salt value. That's a whole heap of salt value there. It's weird. it's been that week, and I've forgotten a lot of things here that are happening. Like not major things, but I didn't think we'd arrive here. I didn't think I'd arrive here anyway at this moment in time, actually. But hey, I'll take it. I must have been thinking of the other force there, but that's fine. Okay, so what we're gonna do here then is sorted by type. I'm not complaining. This is actually quite good news. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, so we've got movement orders here. Is there some additional troops? Where are the troops going here? Movement. Let's see. You've all arrived, so that's fine. Obviously, we'll have them target, well, we can plan for Changsha. Okay, so cancel all movement orders. At the end of the day, they are here, and this is where they need to be. There we go. The good news is I do have a headquarters here. I might move the headquarters back. Probably a good idea, just so they are not damaged then. But I'll have everybody target Changsha. Okay, there we go. Good to have a headquarters so close by as well. Take a look at the state of the forces over here. Right, your movement out of here, that's fine. Okay, fatigue is very low. Disruption's low. Now. 157,000 troops over here, okay. I'd wager that I have more than enough assault value to take this city, but I don't want to take major losses. But then again, it's one of these cases of, is it worthwhile? I mean, I'd love to try and run some bombing campaigns over here, but then again, we've seen how effective the Flying Tigers are. The reason they're so effective is just the fact that I've just not dedicated enough fire to support the area. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Cola. In fairness, I do have you guys to help me out, so I do have a major cheat sheet right there. Okay. These men are heading towards this base over here, okay. Yeah, the track is very handy. Right, the 39th Division's making its way home. How are these troops faring over here, then? What progress are they making? Okay, so they should be in this hex by next turn, I do believe. Our forces over here are making good progress. I need to get them across the river here. That should be doable. I don't think it's going to attempt to block us at the river line. I doubt it anyhow. 20 fighters there. 17 bombers over here. He must have some fighters over here by the north end. Okay. And so we're going to have forces immediately turn around and head back into Manchuria. Went a little bit over the limit there by mistake. I might even have some troops flown over into Korea, perhaps. Possibly, I don't think that'd be a wise idea. We'll have the men move across on the rail line. And if they activate, then yeah, that'd be kind of bad. I think if I accidentally did activate, I'd have to say to him, okay, look, that was a complete accident. You can use them when they're historically available. Oh man, that hurt. I hope he never finds out about that one. Oh dear. Okay, so Kenshin has fallen there. Our men are beginning to move north. Okay. Now, let's take a look. So we have control of this road over here. Yes, I do have these forces here, so that is the Independent Mixed Brigade. So I do have the 11th Army here as well, okay. Now am I better... Do I want to actually have an army headquarters in here? I don't think it's really a good idea. I'd rather not have them caught up in the battle. I'm happy that we do have the 11th Army here as well. So you're currently planning here. So you're going to move it into Changsha as well, aren't you? 13th will arrive soon enough. But you're moving elsewhere. Independent engineers. Now it's showing me there 0 fortifications. I don't know if that's indeed accurate. I don't know whether I can actually see the level of fortification of the enemy forces actually. That is something I do wonder about. If it's level 0 fortifications, it might be interesting to, I don't know, maybe it is. I'd like to wait another turn. We do have additional reinforcements to arrive that potentially can arrive here. Also, I don't know actually. What's the terrain of the city here? Right, so it's urban. Yeah. I mean, from... do I have any other examples here? Let's see if I can find some examples, and then we can actually check. Okay, let's take a look over here, then. Show me 0 fortification there as well. I can double check. Actually, I'll tell you what, a good one would be Rabaul, wouldn't it? We know there's like, what, a level 1 or level 2. Let's go ahead and check the combat report again. Right, there go, 21 mines cleared. Good job there. I need to check what that ship is actually, points-wise. I don't think it'd be worth that much. I'm kind of interested to see what it had on board. I don't think it really had much on board, to be honest. Seems a very risky proposition to send them out without escort. Well, that's as far as I can tell, isn't it? Okay. Fort level 2. Japanese assault reduces fortifications to level 0. Yeah, I think those fortifications did in fact save him, didn't they? So we'll not have those fortifications next turn. Cagayan. Yeah, you've got level 2 over here. Fortifications were not reduced. Yeah, fortifications are massively important. They do make things significantly bloodier. Okay. Right, what I'd like to see here, then. I don't know why they're in retirement allowed. I don't understand some of these settings sometimes. It's like, I don't know. I wish I could go back in time and just, like, see what I might have missed. I think, but again, it's one of those cases of when, well, when I've streamed for a long time, eventually you do start missing things. Okay. Now... fuel's looking decent enough. How many hexes is it to Auckland? Okay, so that's 28 hexes to Auckland. To Sydney is 31. Okay. Now, I'm going to do this due to the fact that I do actually have a oiler to the north, actually. Especially someone such as me who doesn't actually make notes because of reasons. Okay, what I'm going to be looking for here then is striking distance over Auckland. What I'm looking forward to doing here then is actually... right, okay, so let's see here. From this position, that 6 hex is okay. I need to be within the normal... it's one of these, do I want to be using torpedoes? I'd be rather intrigued as well. Can I score VP by hitting the industry over here? See, the good news about New Zealand is the fact that, yes, it has that industry there. There's quite a lot of industry there in New Zealand. Well, a fair amount of industry. It's one of those things I wouldn't mind having. But there's no fuel generation over here, so he has got to fuel this up with tankers. So I think we will make a move down here to the south. What I could potentially do here... I feel like he'll be operating tankers around here. Like, these areas, this area around here we have no information about. And I can absolutely... I really do think he's doing that. So, let's see here. I think what I might do then... So what do I have in this force here, man? So I have the Kinagusa 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 destroyers over here. We do have a couple of AMCs over there. These are quite valuable. The Oi... She's actually kind of... Well, the Toho Maru, she's actually kind of some fuel there. Okay. Right then. I mean, what... See... That's a lot of supply. I think that's really far too much supply here. What I might do then is leave behind potentially a ship. I mean, let's take a look at Lafoa. Or Lafone. There's no point building an airfield or anything like that. There's no point. Let's take a look at our forces here. Apparently there is some industry here, which is rather amusing. Let's turn off that repair. Okay. Right, so they require about 1,000 tons of supply here. It might be worthwhile to have another day of unloading, but then again, that's another day where we're actually under threat. It's another day where the Kidabutai has to remain somewhat close by, because things can go wrong. Let's take a look at them. What are we looking like on fatigue and disruption? Okay, that's completely acceptable. They'll be able to recover that anyhow. So these forces are still unpacking over here, but so it's going to be another day before we even march anyway. What I'm going to do then is obviously begin them all preparing to move out here. So I'm going to set them all to follow the 4th Infantry Division here. Okay. Set them all to the same operations mode. Now, I don't really have any information over Numea, but I can't imagine there's that many men here. I don't think he's going to have the potential to reinforce it. I think at the end of the day, there's nothing he can really do about this now. The time has come, the end has come for Numea. It is just simply a matter of marching there. Now, how many armoured units do we have? Yep, as you can see here, we have 21 light tanks, 58 medium tanks. A few tanks were lost at sea, but we have done fairly well there. Yeah, not much was lost there. Not bad at all. Planning for new mayors isn't exactly spectacular. The 144th has a good amount of planning. Make sure they're all set for new mayor. Okay. But we do have here 211 guns, 166 vehicles, 5,361 infantry, 8,882 second line troops. Yeah, that's more than enough. I mean, that's basically... It's like a division, really. It is like a division. A lot of his artillery. So we do have 75mm field guns, which aren't the largest guns ever, but still they're not bad. These 15cm howitzers are fantastic, actually, for this sort of thing. Plenty of mortars. I mean, we have, what, 2 battalions of mortars here. Not going to complain. I mean, that's still an 81mm mortar. That's still a fairly beefy mortar. I'll tell you what, I would not like to have that running down on me. That's a lot of mortars. The tanks are going to be very, very useful. Okay, so, yep, that's fine. I think as far as it goes with supply... I mean, let's see here. What is the slowest ship? Right, these guys, of course, they're bloody empty. Typical. I mean, there's no capacity here. So I can't dock. Okay. I think what I'm going to do here, then... How much do I have at supply at Luganville? So 6,807, okay. Over here at Comac is 533 tons of supply. Okay, what we're going to do here, then, is we're going to alter how we're going to move. What I'm going to grab, then, is we're going to grab everything into a single task force. I can always do a fast supply mission later, a fast transport mission later. I don't want to remain here any longer than necessary. And now this is a very large force here, 52 ships, that is very large. It does have a few destroyers over here. Of course, it does have a heavy cruiser as what would be the flagship here. But the fact is, it can't remain in place. It simply can't. The difficulty here is that we have such a large number of ships, and we are moving into dangerous areas. It may be potentially worthwhile to head over here to Luganville. These destroyed mine troops actually do me a valuable service. See, had we been able to access Comac earlier... Well, had we been able to access Comac without the threatened mines, it would have been superb. But due to those mines being there, it's a little bit too hard. It's one of these, isn't it? It's like, is it worth it to take that risk? No, not really. There's a lot of ships that are moving into that hex. There's a lot of little chances for them to actually hit one of these mines. And so I'm going to say no to that. Now, what I could potentially do then is have them move up this way, past Espirito Santo, past Guadalcanal, back up towards Truk. Which would be fine. At the end of the day, I don't need a large amount of shipping here on the front lines. As far as it goes, I don't intend to really keep shipping here on the front lines, as it is in dangerous waters, really. We've landed our forces over here. We do have a rather heavy force there. I had intended to merge them. What is this? Well, I'll check on the supply situation over here shortly, actually. But what we're going to do then is we're going to have the force head back to Truk. I don't think it's worthwhile keeping them anywhere else. Granted, it means they're a long way. But I can always make use of AMCs and fast transports. What I want to do here then is reduce the amount of shipping in here in the area. That means I'm reducing the amount of threat to my own forces and to my own logistics. What I could potentially do when we are headed back up this way is I could potentially detach a AMC or some of the AMCs or some of the actual faster transports perhaps. And keep them maybe over here at Tulagi. I'd much prefer to keep them here on the second line. Basically at the rear. But there's still a good amount of supply over here at Tulagi. Sorry, at Luganville. Right, we're 48% there through the airfield expansion. Yeah, so what I could do here then is actually fly supply in over here then to actually keep the base going, ticking over. I've been moving engineers over here this way. Right then, let's see. The transports... They're moving the 36. Okay, they're going to take a little while longer than that. A few days longer, maybe a week to take them over there. Once they are there, that's fine. When a werevan is obviously patrolling this area... Okay, it does have detection over here. Detection here as well, okay. I think the ships that are here aren't going to be moving. What I'm going to do then, so we're having these guys head home. And that's a fair, yeah, I mean they've got quite a few destroyers escorting there. They've got a couple of patrol boats escorting there. Okay. God no, not full speed. Low threat threshold. Yep, your home port is set to track, okay. Cancel the unloading process. I'd love to leave behind a ship. I think what I'm going to do here then is once we do pass this point of danger of the submarines, is I'll probably have a AMC, or maybe a couple of these AMCs, potentially some other transports, maybe something that is a little bit less value. I mean 40 knots is sufficient, 10 knots is sufficient, anything is really sufficient for what we really need. So what we can do then is, once we do pass a dangerous area here that we're in, is I can actually have something head into Luganville to use. Potentially even some supplies moved into Luganville to keep this area going. But I'm going to move the ships out of here. I don't think it's worthwhile keeping them here. Now, I do have an additional 2 destroyers over here, but then again running a little bit low on fuel. The Kinabutai is up to 21 ships here. I wouldn't mind having the Kinagusa join the Kinabutai. But we'll see. Okay, what I'm going to do here then... You're going to go ahead and join the actual convoy over here. I'd rather have you escort them. Right, time it is not allowed. Set the home port to track. Not that it particularly matters here. Okay, what I'm going to do here then. Rather than head to Auckland, what I'm going to do then is actually bring the Kinabutai over this way. The reason for that is at least it reduces the distance that we do have to travel. I do have a oiler up over this way as well, so I could always potentially head south. I don't know, it might be worthwhile to go. I mean, I could potentially cover them this way. I'm just very much worried about the potential possibility that there might be some other warships out this way that will come and hit the actual convoy. Could happen, but then again, is it likely? He's already sent warships over this way, but we know that he does have warships in the area, and they're not too far away. They are based over here at Fiji for the time being. So it's not exactly too outlandish for them to actually make their way over here at top speed. They could potentially manage it. So it is one of those risky situations. He may have other assets in the area that we're not actually aware of. There is always the potential possibility from the introduction of the American carriers, because we do not know where they are. I think what I'm going to do is actually take some... I'm going to take this pragmatically. True, we stand to gain if we head down here to Auckland, but then again that means that my convoy is unescorted. That's a lot of supply. It's a lot of useful ships as well. It wouldn't hurt to have 1 day added to the journey. Well, 1 day off coast. Off the coast really of Comac, this sort of area, around this sort of area really. And then we can make for the coast there of Australia. I'd be within range of hitting Brisbane the day after, so I think that'd be worthwhile. I'm spending less fuel. And if we actually do hit the centre of Australia first, at least there's less chance for him to actually get ships out of the way. And we're also then in a position where I can actually head north or head south and keep him guessing, actually. It could be potentially worthwhile to head north and surprise him. I think, I can imagine he will have aircraft over here, but that isn't going to be too much of an issue. Okay. I think that's what we're going to do here. So I'm going to change that routing. Have them move over to this position here. What I am going to do then is actually have them... okay, they're moving there. I'm going to have you move just a little bit further north. Well, actually, let's see. Never mind. No, that's not exactly what I'd like there. A little bit further north then. Okay. Then again, I'm worried about the potential here. I don't really want to be moving through choke point. But then again, is it worthwhile? I'm going to tell them to head a little bit further north. I just don't want to end up getting myself caught out in a choke point, really. Right, that's fine by me. Now, from this position over here, we are 15 hexes from Brisbane. So obviously not within range of that area there. But obviously we'll be able to move. But it should ideally have him lose detection over the Kiributai. Ideally, if he loses the position then of the Kiributai, that's going to keep him guessing and worrying. But I think a quick move over this way, it'll mean that we protect our convoys that heads back north. I'll be able to give it 2 days of cover, potentially be in a position close by. Yeah, and as well we will, I think we'll hit Brisbane, we'll head down south to Sydney, we could head back up north then, towards Cooktown and Port Moresby. By that time, Rabaul should fall, well it will have fallen, there's no two doubts about that. But I think what I could do here then is land our forces over to Boona. Now, if I land them at Boona, obviously it's going to take some time to march over here, but at least it is a surefire method of making sure we actually do make it there. It'll take some time. It's a fair amount of disruption, but then again a division marching from Boona to Port Moresby should be enough. We might take a look at the situation and change our minds, but it would be the safest situation. Also be one of those where he isn't going to be expecting it too much. He'll expect a direct movement. See, the thing is about the direct movement there to Port Moresby. It looks like a short distance, but you have to make your way around. We have to make our way around, and if we take a look over here, yeah. Coral reefs over here do prevent movement. So I'll say we'll go with a plan there to land at Boona. There's roads here, so it's just over here. It'll take some time, but that's fine. Obviously, once we do arrive at Port Moresby, then that's fine. We can begin to rest. He's not likely to attack me. The reason being, if he does attack, he's going to actually take significantly more losses, I can imagine. What's the terrain here? The terrain's jungle as well, okay. Thank God it's not swamp. I mean, swamp, is that even is that better or worse than jungle? Let's go ahead and take a look. Right. Yeah, swamp's even worse. Thank God for that. Okay, urban light is times 2, so it's equivalent to rough terrain. Urban heavy is times 4, so that's pretty nasty. Okay. We'll go with that. Now, at the moment I'm patrolling around Port Moresby here, but what I'm going to do then is actually begin to set up a patrol from the north coast over here down towards, we'll say down towards the Brisbane area. The reason for this is I'm not exactly expecting to hit anything particularly, well, potentially major. Right, let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of coral reefs here, isn't there? Let's see. Shallow ocean over there. What I'll do then is I'll tell them to move coastal, actually. That's really intriguing, okay. Right, we'll have them moved normal then, perhaps. I can always set up these patrol patterns a little bit more thoughtfully. Just clear that. Right, there we go. That was very strange, yeah, there we go. That's why I wanted that. I don't know why it's showing me that. I really do not know. But that is what it actually is. So that is rather confusing, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so we'll run another submarine down here. Granted, it is shallow ocean, but what I'm mostly trying to do here, then, is just trying to pick up on his submarine. Well, not on his submarine, sorry, his Sturmgurkan origin here at the moment. I'm looking towards picking up on his actual shipping activity. The level of Moon Knights is 7%, so it's one of those where we're not too likely to find targets ourselves, but then again, we're not too likely to be discovered unless it's got ASW patrols on it. I think it's going to be one of these situations where there's probably things here on the northern coast. Or on the coast, actually, opposing the Coral Sea, basically where Townsville is, Rockhampton, that sort of area. What I want to do is actually oppose him sending assets out there to oppose us as we make our move towards Moresby. But the good news is, at least if I land there at Boona, there's no deal here. There's no worries here. Now, let's see. I could very much do with another base here in the centre. See, Rabaul will be one of our operational bases here for the headquarters. I will have either Luganville or Noumea, depends really. We'll make our final decision at a later date. I do like the idea of, well then again, the thing is if I do have the main operational base at Noumea, the difficulty there is, of course, he can do what we've done. And he can land at Comac, he can land at Lafoa, he can land even directly at Noumea. It's one of these things if it's harder to defend, really. It could be defended. I could have forces there. And it's one of these, isn't it? I think it's one of those cases of where it'd be a little bit like Okinawa. It almost is like an Okinawa. And let's take a look at the actual similarities there between New Caledonia and Okinawa. Like, as you can see here, Okinawa is obviously a smaller island. But we can see that there are other bases that can be landed upon. I mean, well, there's only the one base here. And Okinawa is an easier island to defend. Possibly. It's one of those, I could conduct a longer fight on New Caledonia, but I think it's one of those where ultimately he would take less casualties due to the fact that he could have a steady advance. I mean, potentially I do keep the actual base over here at Luganville. Air capacity 5. Air capacity 5 here as well. I think I might keep it at Luganville here for the time being, man. I mean, the terrain there at Luganville is jungle. He'd have to land here. So I think what, once we're done here expanding the actual airfield, I probably will look towards expanding the fortifications, actually. Okay. Couple of ships over here then. And you have about 2,400 tons of supply here. We obviously just need some fuel here. Okay. No, I do definitely feel like he's running tankers here. He's got to be running tankers. I will have additional submarines in the area. I think potentially what we may do here then is run a couple long-range submarines around this area. A couple around this area. I'm just waiting on the level 2 airfield here from Luganville. Now what's the range here to Nadi? 16 hexes. And it's 17 here to Suva. So if I was to use the G4M1s, we'd actually have a range here from Luganville. I suppose another bonus of Luganville over New Caledonia is the fact that I don't need to really worry as much about response from Australia in terms of air power. So, I mean, maybe we have a small garrison over here. At the end of the day, it's better to deny him the island because it secures my position over here nicely. We are looking towards securing Fiji in the future. The reason for that, then, is really it does... Well, it insulates the base over here at Luganville. Ah, indeed. I'd like to have potentially another base built up over here at Tulagi. The reason for Tulagi, then, is we do have a solid chain from Luganville, Tulagi, Rabaul, and Bentruck. And then also we have Quadriline Roynama. We have a lot of islands in this area. I mean, Tanawa's been built up as well. Slowly, very slowly, but it is being slowly built up nonetheless. Eventually it will end up being a level 2 airfield, which is handy. I could base fighters there, that's what I want to do with that, really. And being able to base fighters, being able to base search aircraft, just being able to actually have assets in the area that are able to coordinate with each other. Okay, now that's a large force over there. I'm supposedly seeing a heavy cruiser, 2 destroyers, motor gunboat, and a transport ship of some nature, a cargo ship of some nature. Okay, so you're unloading here then. Okay, cancel that. I need to get the men off the island here. So I'm taking a risk here, but I'm going to begin to load these men. Right, just try and get them aboard as quickly as possible. I am taking a risk here. But I'd rather have these men taken from the island at Midway. I'm somewhat tempted to have these submarines operate down this island chain here for the time being, but it's one of those, is he going to take it? It depends on how quickly I can move our forces here. 2 days maybe, we should be away. I need some additional supplies over here at Wake. Now I'm building up the fortifications of Wake. Is it worth it? See, historically Wake was avoided, wasn't it? What I was considering actually is taking the guns that will eventually arrive at Wake and actually having them sent over here to Niwatok. See, the issue as well is like Quadriline, it seems defensible. It seems rather tough to take, but it could be taken. And it could be taken rather quickly, actually, if we're not careful. And it's an atoll. I mean, they're all atolls, aren't they? So it's difficult for him. But I mean, the US did take Quadriline, and they suppressed the islands nearby using air power. And that's the worry there. It's got level 4 fortifications, but what I'm going to do here then is build them up even further. There's 8 engineers here, so it's going to take forever, but hey. Then again, is it worth... No, right, I just need engineers here. I don't have enough, do I? I'd say that Roynama really is the prize here in the area. We're building the fortifications up there, that's quite nice. But I do think Niwatok is the one that needs the protection more than anything. So I have 20... No, sorry, I have 8 engineers over here at the moment. See, I suppose this is the question here, isn't it? Do I build up an airfield over here at Niwatok? Now, I personally... I don't really need it. I think if I do build up an airbase there, I am actually playing more so towards the US hands. I think I'd be better off building up some fortifications, making it harder for them to eventually take it. So I'll build up fortifications. I'll start building fortifications over here, just on the off chance that they can actually get something bloody well done. Yeah, but you're building your fortifications there. Okay. Yeah, but you need to get into truck ASAP. I don't know why the Cagayan Tori is on her own. I think we separated them from this group, didn't we? Hmm. I think I'm going to combine them once again. I'd rather have them work together. At least they'll be able to help protect the convoy will be able to help protect them. There's more targets than to go for, really. Okay. Not really a wise idea to move them at the moment. Hmm. Right, you are to make your way into truck over here. But what I'm going to tell you to do is actually take a longer and safer way around. I'm going to have you head towards Ponape for the time being. Those submarines are headed to truck at the moment. Okay, let's take a look over here then. So the Nagato has arrived in truck, which is good news. Yeah, there we go. Now, I do have those destroyers then, actually. So what I'm going to do then is actually place them on Ace W. Okay, there we go. Place them on ASW. And what I shall do then is have them head out this way, meet Task Force 48 and just follow it in. Actually, I'll tell you what, we'll have them merge. At least then they'll be able to actually protect them directly. Yeah, these patrol boats are running low on fuel. What I'll do then, set them to patrol just here. Right, there we go. So you patrol in this area here. Now then. Let's take a look at these models here. You're in naval search here at the moment. I think I'll have the bombers actually stand down and continue training. I could have them train for the SW patrol, but I don't think that's worthwhile. I'll have them continue to train for the naval attack. At the end of the day, this is what's going to matter more than hitting a submarine. So we'll have them prepare for that day. I do have these patrol boats here to actually help our forces make it in there, so that's okay. Right, so you're taking the Chichijima Special Base Force over here then. Loading has been completed, that's good to see. Yep, I mean, that's going to take over some dual-purpose guns over there, which is nice. At least there's something extra to use. I think what I will do then is look towards actually fortifying a new atomic. At least then I can actually leave behind a small garrison and tie up a larger US force for longer, actually. I know it seems a bit defeatist to actually consider that, really. But I'm still going to say it's worthwhile. Okay. It's a difficult situation out here because the marshals aren't... And they're okay, you know what I mean? They are somewhat fortified, but they're not exactly... It's one of those, isn't it? I'm not going to leave a massive garrison here because they really are on the front lines to a degree. It's not essential. It is obviously important, but it's not essential. It's just difficult because at the end of the day, he has Hawaii. He has Pearl Harbor not far away. I think the best case I can do then is really just fortify the islands, leave behind garrisons enough to actually delay him, and then use the Kidiputai to really strike at his landed forces, really. Try and drive them off the islands. He'll have to bring a lot of force to take these islands if they are sufficiently fortified. So men such as this on Midway would be significantly more handy. Now, I'm fortifying Wake Island. It might be worthwhile just to consider, yeah, just keep on fortifying it for the time being, I suppose. Trying to get to level 3 fortifications, perhaps, or more. It depends, really. Now, historically, the USA did bypass Wake Islands. It's not to say that THG will bypass them all the same. So we have to take this into consideration. I mean, the situation here is a little bit different. Obviously, with Midway falling, we're not going to behave the same way that Japan did. We're not really going to be moving beyond this point, either with the Kidiputai. It is intriguing. There's a lot of choices here. Okay, that's a sub-choice that should be elsewhere. That's a fair escort. I mean, at the end of the day, these are a lot of a lot of mini-cars, the APDs, so that's a fair old amount of escort there, which is going to be quite good. Now, how we're going with the loading process over here. Okay, so the loading has been completed, the 5th Air Division, that's very good then. Okay, so that means... I have the... Where is it? Yep, so I've got the 11th Air Fleet over here. The 24th Air Flotilla is still in position over this way. And then I believe we have, what is it, the 22nd? Is that the name of it? I have the 21st Air Flotilla down here. 22nd being in Malaya, isn't it? So, I'd have the 5th Air Fleet then. So what I could potentially do then is I could have that place over here at Rabaul or Tulagi. Rabaul's probably the best idea. It does cover this area quite nicely. Maybe we'll have a base here at Tulagi, maybe, maybe not. It would be nice, obviously, to have something like that. But then again, at least, I mean, let's take a look at the range here then. So, from Luganville, that's 15 hexes, okay. Okay, so 18 hexes there. 14 hexes out there from Rabaul. I think Rabaul and Luganville could probably cover the Coral Sea here well enough. And then just some search aircraft over here at Tulagi. At least that means I can actually be more economic. Well, more economical in how I use my air headquarters. So one base over here at Rabaul would be quite good. It's interesting, really. A lot of the defenses there at Rabaul... Sorry, at Truk were taken and sent to Rabaul. Okay. Yeah, they shouldn't be unloading, they should be goddamn loading. Fuck's sake. That's about typical, isn't it? Okay, continue the unloading process then. Right, so you should arrive when I need you next turn, perhaps. And which is going to be here, then. I'm looking towards actually closing the roads down. So at the moment... To be honest, I'm just quite happy that we have these forces here. I think I'll wait for the actual supply to arrive in the actual position here. Now, as to whether I keep the 6th Army headquarters here or not is up for debate. And we do have a lot of guns. There's 842 guns in total. That is a lot of guns. Of course, that does vary from mortars to larger weapons of war, but still that's quite a lot of guns. Okay. Obviously, we'll sort out the situation here with Manchuria's garrison. That should be sorted next time. We have men already under our lines. They'll begin moving ASAP. Okay. These men are marching down to Bataan, that's good. So I think as far as it goes, there's not a huge amount of things to do here at the moment. I think the best case is that we are going to be moving our forces. Well, the good news is the men of Lafoa have been unloaded. It's only the 4th Infantry Division, sorry, regiment here that is holding us back. So what I'm going to do here then... Yeah, okay. What I'm going to tell them to do here then is set all to follow the 144th Regiment. After all, I'm not going to wait for the 4th Regiment, they can catch up. It's only a day. We'll make our way down into New Maya. So the end of New Maya is definitely within sight, that is without a doubt there. I don't like having this force here. I know there's a lot of submarines in this area as well, so I'm very nervous about this. I do need to go back and rearm. I think what we are going to do then is actually use our waypoints and approach truck from another direction. Now, of course, I do have a Mutsu. Okay, I tell you what. What I'm going to do here, then. I'm worried about having these forces move independently of each of us. And what I'm going to tell them to do, then, is actually head together to merge. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Did you post a replay? I've not posted it yet. I'll be posting that soon enough, actually. Right, we'll have them head together then. Merge, and then they can actually remain in position then. At least then I'll have a decent escort for both forces. I don't want to have the Mutsu head out on her own. Well, on her own. And it will be a day before... Yeah, one more day will take Rabaul then, most likely. At least then I can actually unload my forces. We can then leave the transports, or potentially leave an escort with the transports and go back and rearm. The Nagato has arrived here at trucks. That's good news. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so disband the actual task force here. Let's take a look at that. So manage ships under repair. So Nagato. What I want to take a look at here then is I want to see, do they actually have major damage? It's not shown as major damage. Okay, that's really interesting then. We might be able to repair the Nagato at truck. I think she can be repaired here. Now, at the moment she's set for readiness. I could have her taken from readiness. Yeah, this major damage here can't be repaired, can it? She might be able to slip into the actual auxiliary repair dock. Odakazi is currently taking that position there. So perhaps she can be repaired. I'm just going to have to wait for her to be moved into the repair dock. I'm just very happy about that actually, well, there actually isn't any major damage. I mean, that's actually really very important there. So what I'll do then is place her on low priority. Major damage over here for I-15. So what I'll do then, put them on pier side. And then again, there's just too much major damage here, isn't there? I was hoping that they might be able to focus on just the damage that they can repair. So... Yeah, see, can't repair major damage. I'll just leave them on normal then as is. Try and get them into the auxiliary repair dock. If they can't make it to the dock, they'll be moving back to Japan. See, you need to be moved to Japan. Okay, I need you in readiness. I'll have them move to Japan. Okay, we'll go with done there. Yeah. We'll have them sent to Japan, but we can actually repair that major damage. But yeah, that is actually a rather big deal. The fact that I can actually repair the Nagato out here at truck is actually really quite important. It's still going to be, what, 57 days there, roughly. But that is a big difference. I might be able to bring that time down in the future, actually. The port has taken some time to expand here. We do have 89 engineers. I think I should have had some additional engineers arrive, actually, the last few days. Okay. More oilers are readying themselves here. Yep, I'm pretty sure that we should have had some additional engineers arrive not too long ago. I believe that was them, actually. Yeah, a couple engineered vehicles here. So, what do we actually happen? So we only have the 2 engineered vehicles then. I'd like to, well, maybe send additional assets in the future. 180 engineers over here. Okay, stop building the fortifications for the time being. We're at a level 5 airfield over here. What I'm going to do then is just stop expanding the airfield for the time being and focus on the port. I'd like to try and increase the amount of rearm that I actually have here. At the moment, it's not exactly spectacular at 640. What do I actually have in terms of naval support here? We have 120. Yeah, so I'd like to increase the size of the port. The airfield isn't exactly essential. So they're currently training here at the moment. It is having a positive impact. Yep, that's good to see. Righto. Actually, while you are here then, Infinite, would you mind answering me a question? So I've got the 6th Army over here at Changsha. Am I better off taking them out of Changsha? I feel like I'd be better off taking them out of Changsha so they don't come under any threat. But then again, we do have 2,700 assault value here, so I think they'd probably be okay. I think if I do start combat here, I'd like to start with potentially a bombardment. Maybe. Okay, you're here now. What I'm going to do then is actually tell you to load up an element. So I do have a second fleet over here. I think I'd rather have a second fleet move over here to Hong Kong, actually. I'm going to do that. We'll have you move to Hong Kong. Is there anything I can do here? Looks like it is troop load, that's the issue. Let's see, is there any other ships I can put into here? Not really. Okay, we'll have you load anyhow. Right, load in. Accept. Dock. Yeah, but you'll be able to move back and forth pretty quickly, so that's not too much of an issue there. So we have some artillery here. We have AA, engineers. I'm going to grab the Yudachi. Okay, now with the Yudachi, where do we want to move her? Well, this convoy, I should say. I so very much wish there was actually a rail point. If there was rail here, that'd be amazing. Okay, if we want to go do then is actually have him sent over here to Pescadores. At least then I can actually have that AA play support, because I actually do have more ships over this way. I'll have it moved along this way. I can actually pick up additional escorts then as well, and we'll have it sent into Pacific. I was considering having it sent into Malaya, but I think we have sufficient assets over that way. Ah, how you doing there, Tobias? Good to have you, my friend. Emperor. I think not. It's going well enough. Going well enough. It's one of those things, obviously progress is quite slow, but it's going well enough. But the battle will fall tomorrow. Shame it didn't fall today, but it'll fall. Our forces are finally in a position here to begin march on Noumea, so we will see the fall of Noumea within, I'm going to say, by the 25th of January. Something of that sort of reason. Yeah, that sort of reason in time frame. Yeah, indeed. What do you think about Steel Division 2? I do like Steel Division 2. The only reason I'm not playing it at the moment is the fact that I don't have a working key. Like, mine won't revert from beta to, like, a proper version, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm hoping to actually be able to play Steel Division 2 shortly, actually. I do like the game. Worst case scenario is I'll just buy another key if they're taking too long to give me one. I like playing the Hungarians. I like playing little divisions like that. But yeah, slow is better than backwards, indeed. Okay. I'll tell you what. I think what we're going to do here, then, because I don't want to have any other mistakes or gloss over anything. We are very close to the end, so I think maybe another stream will see this done here quite quickly. But I'd like to make sure that you guys have some time to actually digest the actual turn results, same as I do as well, then. We'll take a look at the actual industry on the next stream. Gives us something to actually really go through there, man. Things are going well. We did take a few losses, and it's a shame that we obviously didn't take Rabaul, but that was also due to the level of fortifications. But the thing is that level 2 fortification at Rabaul has been reduced down to 0, so he might be able to rebuild that to potentially level 1 next turn, but I don't think that's going to happen. He does not have enough power to keep out the 56th Division, let alone with an independent engineer regiment supporting them as well. We'll be able to take a look at the situation over here. We're 60 AV under the actual limit over here, so I need to get some additional AV then into Manchuria ASAP, but that should be done. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this. It has been quite a while, hasn't it, between the last turn. So I feel like some things I've forgotten. So I'd like to have a little bit more time on this one, trying to just like refresh the memory on this one, actually. But overall, good turn. We didn't take anywhere near as many losses. Actually, before we do call the turn to an end here, let's take a look. Ship sunk last turn. Yeah, I mean, that was a shame for the, Kyushu to go down there. That was a shame. Okay. I mean, that's not too bad about the Dominion M cargo class. Decent amount of capacity there. And actually, I didn't see anything aboard. I'm going to actually go ahead and see if there was anything aboard that. So, aircraft losses, let's see here, today. Okay. Nothing really, man. Nothing really. He loses a Catalina to my combat air. Okay. Oh god, these losses would have been significantly lower had I not made those mistakes, but hey. I have to suck it up, buttercup, and deal with it. We shouldn't be too far off for a show-ho now. This will be rectified next turn. I'm just hoping that the Soviets don't activate. Right, a week out now from having the show-ho. That's very good. Yeah, so we'll be able to move engineers over here to the Kurils, begin working on these bases over here and reinforcing them. And we do see submarines attacking this area over here. So I'm definitely going to say an increase in the amount of patrol boats here. The difficulty is that he's in our waters over here. So he's definitely moved through Torihara. But we'll manage. We will manage. Still no sighting of his carriers as of yet. But we'll find out. Okay. So I'd like to say a big thank you here, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll finish this stream off probably tomorrow, the night after, potentially when I do get the time to do so. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed this, please do consider supporting myself via subscribing on YouTube and Twitch at XTRG. And if you'd like to support the channel, please do so by becoming a patron today. Definitely helps me out. It is the method where I get the most of your support without it going to a third party. So, until next time, thank you. Do let me know what you think down below in the comments, and goodbye for now. See you all very soon in the future, my friends. Have a good evening and or day. Goodbye for now.